Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Dominic and I'm really glad that you are here. This channel is all about travel, about discovering new countries, about exploring different cultures and about seeing what the world has to offer. I make different kind of travel content. I do the kind of classic one-day hikes, I do multi-day long tour hikes, I do the kind of trips that last only a few days. So I hope that you find something here that inspires you. So if that sounds like content for you, hit that sub button and let's explore the world together. Hey, good morning guys. It's day number one. It's 7 a.m. Sun is just rising. And well, first thing I gotta do today is going back to the airport. Because I came in the middle of the night and car rental office was already closed, so I couldn't take my car. So yeah, I just booked the closest hotel to the airport, and yeah, I'm going back now to pick up my car, and then we can start exploring some beautiful things here in Malaga. So our first stop is going to be Camino del Rey, which is trail near the Malaga.
So this is Camino del Rey, and honestly it blew me away more than I expected.
Yeah, look at me. You gotta wear a helmet here all the time.
The path runs along the cliffs of the Malaga Gorge, and for the most of the road you're walking on these narrow wooden boardwalks bolted straight into the rock face. Like the mountain is literally right next to your face on one side, and on another side just a massive drop into the gorge below. The whole trail is about 8 kilometers and it takes roughly 2 to 3 hours to complete, depending on how many times you stop to just stare. And trust me, you will stop a lot. The views are absolutely insane. We've got this dramatic gorge cutting through the rock, a turquoise reservoir down below, and these old suspension bridges that connect the different sections of the path. It feels like you are in a completely different world. One thing worth knowing: you need to book your ticket in advance online. They limit the number of people per day, which is actually great because the trail never feels overcrowded. The entry is from town of Ardeles on one end, Alora on the other, and they run shuttle buses between the two, so we don't have to double back. Gear-wise, just bring decent shoes, water and sunscreen. There's no shade on most of the path and the Andalusian sun does not mess around. Honestly, if you are ever in Malaga area, this is a must-do, no question.
So our next stop is gonna be Castillo de Gibralfaro.
And if you are in Malaga, this one is non-negotiable. The castle sits up on the hill above the city and the walk up alone is worth it. It's about 20 to 30 minutes high from the city center, as you climb higher the views just keep getting better and better. You can also take a bus if the heat is getting to you, no judgment there. Once you are inside, you're basically walking through the 14th century history. The castle was built by the Moorish king Yusuf I of Granada, and it was considered one of the most unconquerable fortresses in the region. The walls are incredibly well preserved, and you can walk almost the entire perimeter along the ramparts. But the real reason to come up here? The views. You get a full 360 panorama of Malaga, the port, the bull ring, the old town, the coastline stretching out in both directions. On a clear day it's just stunning. Entry is pretty cheap, just a few euros, and there's a small museum inside where you can learn about the history of the castle and the city. Now, right below the castle, and I mean literally right below, connected by a stone walkway, is the Alcazaba. This is actually even older, dating back to the 11th century. It was a palace fortress, which is a combination of full respect. Why just have a palace or a fortress when you can have both? The Alcazaba is full of those gorgeous Moorish arches, little fountains and gardens that somehow feel incredibly peaceful, considering this place was designed to keep people out. I walked through it thinking, yeah, I wouldn't mind living here. Just swap the ancient stone floors for the underfloor heating and we are good.
Hey, good morning guys, it's day number 2 and we are starting on the beach. It's Playa de la Malagueta and I woke up early again because I want to have some nice sunrise shots from my drone. So let's see what we can make here.
Playa de la Malagueta, the main city beach, literally walking distance from the old town. Dark sand, palm trees along the promenade, and these little beach bars called chiringuitos where you can get the cold beer and grilled fish while your feet are basically still in the sand. It's not a hidden gem, everyone knows about it, but there's a reason for that. It's really nice. Sometimes the obvious choice is obvious for a good reason. I stayed way longer than planned, no regrets. Right, so this place caught me completely off guard. Mercado de Atarazanas, Malaga's main market. From the outside you notice this massive Moorish arch at first, which used to be part of a medieval shipyard. They kept the arch, built the market around it, and honestly the combination works perfectly. Inside it's loud, colorful, and smells incredible. Fresh seafood, local produce, tapas bars right there in the middle of it all. It's the kind of place where you go to buy one thing and leave an hour later having eaten 3 things you didn't plan on. Go in the morning, trust me on that one. This one was a surprise. La Concepción, historical botanical garden just outside the city center. Founded in the 18th century by a local family who were basically obsessed with collecting exotic plants from around the world. Good obsession to have, honestly. The result is this incredible green world full of giant palms, tropical plants, old stone paths, fountains, and random Roman sculptures. It's quiet, it's beautiful, and it feels completely different from the rest of the Malaga. If you are traveling with camera, and I very much was, this place absolutely destroys storage card. You've been warned. historic center is where Malaga really clicks into place. You've got the cathedral, locally nicknamed La Manquita, the one-armed lady, because one tower was never finished. Construction started in 16th century. They are still not done. Respect the commitment to taking your time. Around it, narrow street, tapas bars on every corner, beautiful old buildings, and that warm Andalusian light that makes everything look better than it probably deserves. No agenda here, just walk, eat something, get slightly lost, find your way back. That's Old Town, that's Malaga. Playa Peñon del Cuervo, a bit outside the center, rockier, quieter, and honestly more beautiful than any postcard version of Malaga's you've seen. I got there just before sunset. The light hit the rock formation in the water, the sky went orange and pink, and for about 20 minutes I just stood there with my camera not really knowing where to point it first. It was the perfect ending of the day, and if you are planning a trip to Malaga, whatever you do, don't skip the sunset. Okay, last thing, and I'll be upfront with you. This one was a bit of a chaotic decision. Last day, fly at noon, and somehow I still thought it was a good idea to drive an hour and a half to Ronda in the morning. Spontaneous? Yes. Logical? Debatable. Ronda is a wide hilltop town perched on the edge of the 120 meters gorge in the mountains. The old town is beautiful, peaceful, full of cobblestone streets and viewpoints that catch you off guard. And then there's Puente Nuevo, the bridge that crosses the gorge. You walk up to it, look down, and your brain just pauses for a second. The problem is I had maybe 19 minutes before I had to turn around and drive back to catch my flight. So I basically speedrun one of the most beautiful towns in Andalusia, which is genuinely a crime. I saw enough to know I want to come back to do it properly. A full day, slow morning coffee, no flight countdown in the back of my head. Ronda deserves better than I gave it, and next time I'll get it. Malaga surprised me, and I mean that in the best possible way. A city with 3000 years of history that somehow doesn't feel like a museum. Beaches 5 minutes from the medieval castle. Markets, garden, sunset spots, and the street you just want to keep walking down. I left with a full memory card, tired legs, and a list of things I want to do next time. Which is, honestly, the best possible way to leave a place. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. And if Malaga ends up on your travel list because of this, well, you can thank me later.